Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about codexes. As you can probably tell from the title, that's pretty self-explanatory. So there's been some news on the internet. It released on the 5th of this month, so I'm a little bit behind getting this video out, unfortunately. But I thought we'd look into what they're saying and take you through it. So I found the article on the Warhammer community. I'll stick a link in the description if you want to go and read it yourselves. But this is basically the gist of the news that's coming. So, codexes are on their way, and soon, very soon, you'll start to see the first of Warhammer 40,000's new codexes. Each one of these tomes will be an invaluable resource on a faction within the 41st millennium and the Warhammer 40,000 game. While the indexes provided the platform for every army to play from day one of the new edition with all their models, the codexes will be where the incredible depth and rich background of the galaxy really manifests itself on the tabletop. So basically the indexes that got released with the game, the free indexes, were just like a placeholder. So the new codexes that will come out will effectively overrule any of the indexes that are currently out. Obviously, only once your faction's codex has come out will that overrule the indexes that currently exist. So that's not great for those that have spent money early doors. It's downloading PDFs off the internet, etc., because they will become sort of null and void almost, dependent on which faction you play and the releases of the codexes. So they go on to say, well, we can't release codexes for every faction on the same day. Our studio and the playtesting team have been on overdrive to get them into your hands as soon as possible. How soon? Question mark. You can expect to see around 10 codexes before Christmas. I mean, that's pretty huge if you think about it in itself. So we're now in July, August, September, October, November, December. So it's 5 months, 10 codexes. They've got to be popping out roughly 2 a month to meet the target that they've set for themselves. And you can probably guess which the first codex to be released will be. Space Marines. It's 40k's sort of best-selling army line. It's certainly the biggest and the one that most newer players would get into the game playing. Not always, but typically that's where they'll be shoved down that path. So Space Marines is coming later this month. Codex Space Marines will swiftly be followed by the Grey Knights. Couldn't be any happier about that. In one respect, sometimes works against a faction getting a codex early in an edition, because as they sort of flesh out what they're doing later on, it can leave those codexes behind. We've seen it in the past with various other codexes, so it'd be nice to get stuff early on. However, it can also work against your army as well in the long run. So following Grey Knights, there'll be Chaos Space Marines. And then afterwards, a really nice, I wouldn't say surprise, but a nice addition, Death Guard. They're going to get their own codex, which is really, really nice. The non-surprising part being, obviously, Death Guard were part of the Dark Imperium starter set. So I think those of us that have been around the hobby for a while can sort of see where G-Dub plan. I mean, everything is about making profit for the company. That's another discussion, but obviously the selling models for this army, they're focusing on them heavily in White Dwarf at the moment, of course, with the new edition being out, and this will be the next step down the road. What do they say then? So what can you expect from the new codexes? A major gaming addition in these codexes are the army-specific stratagems. Not a great surprise there either. So, there'd be no point in releasing the codexes if everything was going to stay the same. So I think we all knew that armies would be getting specific things to them, obviously, that make them flavourful. And it looks like stratagems obviously will be one of those things, if not more additions. So these useful abilities are available to your army via command points and can change the course of the battle in a moment, from sudden orbital bombardments to desperate acts of heroism. As well as stratagems, there will also be relics, warlord traits, tactical objectives and psychic powers for your army. From a Grey Knight's perspective, that is great. I don't feel we're lacking at the moment, particularly in power. I would say we're not top tier, but certainly comfortable. But obviously Grey Knights are a psychic army, so they may add how many powers that we can do. It's possible. So it goes on to say, maybe your warlord is a tactical genius, or your officer a proud duelist, or inspirational leader. By combining all these options, you'll be rewarded for building the kind of army you want to play. Don't think we can argue in this edition that they have given us various different ways to play the army, from match play, power levels, etc. There's different options to build the army that you want to play. You can't dispute that one little bit. Pardon me a second. For you gamers out there, one very exciting addition are new rules representing specific subgroups in many of the major factions. These range from old classics like the Space Marine chapters or Chaos Space Marine legions to returning rules for individual craft worlds, as well as previously unexplored groupings like Necron dynasties and Adeptus Mechanicus Forge worlds. These will be included in each codex. And then the last sort of paragraph is a little bit around, there's lots to be excited about. Hey. So yeah, this is good news, absolutely. I wasn't so sure the codexes would drop as soon as they are doing. But it does also state in the article that, the FAQ of the article, which I'll link as well, that the new armies coming out with the codexes will potentially get new models. It does say not all armies, however, as we know, Space Marines are there with the Primaris. They're going to continue adding to that range. The Death Guard, we can confidently say, we're 99.9% sure that there's going to be a Mortarian model, bringing another Primarch into the fold, as well as other models in the making. Hopefully my wife plays Death Guard, so Obliterators would be really nice. Recasts, Typhus recast, instead of people either using the horrible metal version or, converting their own up. So there's lots to be excited about. So we know for definite the first 4. It does not say what order the rest of them are going to be in, or not that I've read so far. However, there'll be 10 out before Christmas, and I would imagine that they'll hit the big people first. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Necrons, Orcs, Tyranids, and Eldar and Tau. Probably. There's the potential later on for. There could even be a Black Templars Codex for all we know. If Death Guard are getting one, I can't see why not. So that's just a little update for you guys to let you know what's going on. Hopefully we'll get some more information soon about dates, and I'll try and mention them in upcoming videos. But that's it for now, so thanks for watching. Happy gaming.